Okay, every single team out there wants to be more innovative, right? But what if the culture in your workplace is actually and unintentionally killing off all your best ideas? Today, we're going to dig into how to build a real incubator for those game-changing thoughts, creating a space where innovation can actually flourish.
So let's just start with a question that probably keeps a lot of leaders up at night. Why do the brilliant people we hire so often just stay silent? You know they have the ideas, but something's holding them back. And look, it's not a lack of talent. It's a really common and thankfully fixable problem in our work culture.
And this gets right to the heart of the issue. It's what we call the innovation paradox. On one hand, we're demanding these groundbreaking new ideas, but on the other, our own systems often punish the very risk-taking it requires to find them. We tell people to be bold, but then we penalize them for failures, which, of course, creates a culture where it's just safer to do nothing new at all.
So, how in the world do we break this cycle? Well, the answer is in intentionally designing something called a low-risk space. Let's dive into what that actually means and what it looks like in practice.
The best way to think about a low-risk space is like a professional sandbox. It's an environment that's totally built on psychological safety. It's a place where your team feels secure enough to bring up a half-formed idea, to mess around with it, and yeah, even to watch it fail, all without being afraid of judgment or any kind of negative backlash.
And this, right here, is the absolute core of it. The ability to share ideas without fear of failure. See, when you separate the idea from the personal risk to the person who suggested it, you give that idea room to breathe, to be tested, and to evolve. It stops being about judging the person and starts being about evaluating the potential of the idea itself.
But, a space like this doesn't just appear out of thin air. It needs an architect. And the number one architect is the team's leader. Specifically, a leader who can put their own ego aside for the good of the team's creativity. And you can really see the two different paths a leader can take here. The ego-driven leader, they act like a gatekeeper. They're judging ideas, they're afraid of mistakes. But the egoless leader, they're a facilitator. They don't control the ideas, they empower the people. For them, mistakes are just data points, and the whole focus shifts from who gets the credit to how do we, as a team, succeed.
All right, so we've got our architect. Now what's the blueprint? Let's get into the practical, actionable steps for building this kind of fearless experimentation.
So the blueprint really has 3 key stages. First, you've got to encourage raw creativity. Make it crystal clear that even messy, half-baked ideas are welcome. Second, you have to actively support experimentation. That means giving people the time, maybe a small budget, and the explicit permission to try new things. And finally, you have to champion the effort. When someone pushes a boundary, you celebrate that courage out loud for everyone to see, no matter what the outcome was.
Now, I know what you might be thinking. This all sounds great for team morale, but what's the actual business payoff? Well, this isn't just about making people feel good. It's about channeling all that incredible energy into innovation that actually moves the needle. But let's be really clear here. This is not about directionless creativity. A low-risk space is not some chaotic free-for-all. No way. It's all about providing freedom within a framework. The whole goal is to channel that creative energy toward a specific purpose. And the real payoff, the big win, comes when all of this creative energy is aimed directly at what matters most: the organization's strategic goals. See, innovation isn't just about new ideas. It's about new ideas that solve real problems, that push key objectives forward, and that deliver success you can actually measure.
So, it all comes down to this really simple but incredibly powerful formula. Raw creativity plus intentional focus equals true innovation. That low-risk space isn't just a nice-to-have. It is the engine that powers this entire transformation.
So, I'll leave you with this final thought. The next big breakthrough for your company, it's not hiding in a report or waiting for the next big meeting. It's probably waiting inside the mind of someone on your team right now. The only question is, what are you going to do starting today to build the space where that idea can finally be heard?